Okay, so by classical electrodynamics, the dipole moment mu sets up a magnetic field, and which is given by this equation we found out. And then the energy of a magnetic dipole mu1 in the presence of a magnetic field B, which is the energy associated will be minus mu dot B. So we want to find the Hamiltonian for our problem. So in particular, we can say that the energy of one magnetic dipole, okay, mu1 in the field of another magnetic dipole, mu2, will be this, okay, that the Hamiltonian or the energy associated with that system can be found out by this equation. Okay, so here the Hamiltonian of an electron in the magnetic field due to proton's magnetic dipole moment. We want to find the Hamiltonian of the electron in the magnetic field produced by the proton's magnetic dipole moment is given by, we can substitute in this equation. Okay, there is mu1 will be mu p, okay, and mu2 will be mu e, that is magnetic moment of proton and magnetic moment of electron. Okay, so magnetic moment is gamma into s, that is the gyromagnetic ratio into spin aanu. So here the gyromagnetic ratio will be G into the charge divided by 2m. So here the G factor of P, that is proton, divided by the charge E divided by 2 into mass of proton into spin of proton. Okay, similarly mu E will be negative, that is the charge minus E divided by ME into SE, and the G factor for electron will be 2. Okay, so we can substitute these two values. Okay, so from this equation we can say that magnetic moment, the dipole moment of proton is much less than electron. Okay, so which is much less than electron because of the mass in the denominator. So our Hamiltonian will be what? We want to find the Hamiltonian actually. So we are denoting the Hamiltonian as H prime HF, that is the hyperfine perturbation. So that is why we are H prime HF. Okay, suffix HF we are using, which is equal to, so we are using this equation, minus is indeed minus mu 0 divided by 4 pi r cube. So minus mu 0 divided by 4 pi r cube into 3 into what? Mu1 will be mu p. So substitute here for mu p. Okay, mu p dot r cap into mu2, that is mu e dot r cap plus this term. The final term is minus, here minus and minus become here plus. Okay, and here also minus and minus become plus, and 2 mu 0 divided by 3 into the mu p, that is protons magnetic moment dot electrons magnetic moment into our delta term. Okay, so this is the perturbation, or this is the Hamiltonian. So rearranging we get what? H prime HF is equal to mu 0 divided by 8 pi into Gp e square divided by Mp into Me into 3 into Sp dot r cap into Se dot r minus Sp dot Se whole divided by r cube plus mu 0 into Gp e square divided by 3 Mp into Me. This there is no notation. Okay, Mp into Sp dot Se into delta cube of r, and okay, put it as equation number 11. So this is the final Hamiltonian. Okay, so that is the final Hamiltonian, and there is no bragg term. Okay, it is into actually. And then we found out the Hamiltonian. Now we can find out the correction. Okay, the first order correction to energy. So the first order correction to the energy is the expectation value of perturbing Hamiltonian, isn't it? So we found out the actually the Hamiltonian. So we can write the energy correction as E1HF. Okay, which is equal to expectation value means what? Integral psi star h psi d tau over the volume integral ആണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, which can be in the bracket notation, which is bra psi 0 h hf psi 0. Okay, and we can write the ground state wave function. We are dealing with ground state of hydrogen. So what is the ground state wave function, which is given by psi 0 is equal to root of 1 by root of pi a cube into e raised to minus r by a. A is the Bohr radius and ket s is the spin of the electron. Okay, so and look at the 11th equation, the first term. So while finding out the expectation value, we want to find out the integral of this term with the d tau, isn't it? The volume element, or in the bracket notation, we want to find bra psi 0, the operator, this full operator into ket psi 0. So while integrating, we are integrating over the volume element d tau. That is, volume element will be what? R square dr sin theta d theta d phi will be the volume element. So while integrating, we get what the first term will be. So this is the first term. So some constant outside into triple integral, that is integral over r, integral over theta, integral over phi. So our it is spherically symmetric because we are choosing the ground state of hydrogen. So the wave function will be spherically symmetric. So theta is from 0 to pi by 2. So while integrating, here is a sin theta term, and while expanding this also, we get a cos theta term. Okay, so while integrating, what happens? This theta integral will become 0. So the first term will vanishes, that is the expectation value of the first term will vanishes. Okay, and now look at the second term. This is the second term. Okay, so we want to find the expectation value with respect to this. Okay, so the second term will be the constant, that is mu 0 gp into e square divided by 3 into mp into me into triple integral psi 0 star s dot sp dot se into del cube of r into psi d tau ആണ്. So while I am integrating, or we can take the expectation value, bracket notation. So we want to find the expectation value of sp dot se, and there is also a psi 0 here, psi 0 star and okay psi, then that will be the modulus of psi 0 the whole square, and we want to find the expectation of this. Okay, so we can write this as first order correction to energy is equal to mu 0 divided by gp into e square divided by 3 pi mp into me into a cube, because the modulus of psi 0 whole square and the area, we know what is this. So just integrate it. So we get a pi and a term here. Okay, 1 by pi into a cube, and the remaining term is expectation value of sp dot se. And now we want to find what is this. Okay, so in the presence of spin-spin coupling, the set component of Se and Sp are no longer separately conserved. So the good quantum numbers for the system are the eigenvalues of total angular spin, or here the total angular momentum is our spin. Okay, so total spin can be written as S is equal to Se plus Sp. So S square will be what? Se square plus Sp square plus 2 into Se dot Sp. Okay, so from this we can write Se dot Sp is equal to 1 by 2 into S square minus Se square minus Sp square. Okay, so the electron and proton carry spin half, isn't it? So the eigenvalues of Se square and Sp square, what will be the eigenvalue of Se square? It is root of S into S plus 1 into H cut. So Se square, the eigenvalue of Se square will be S into S plus 1 into H cut square. Okay, similarly Sp, it is again S into S plus 1 into H cut ആണ് inside a root. So S will be 1 by 2, so we get Se square is equal to Sp square is equal to 3 by 4 into H cut square. That will be the eigenvalue. Okay, now the two spin combine to form a spin 1 triplet. That is, there is a spin half and spin half, one for electron and the one for proton. So 2 combine to give 1 and 2 combine to give 0. So when spin is 1, we get a triplet, that is 2 into S plus 1, isn't it? So it is called a triplet. So what happened? S square will be 2H cut square. Okay, substitute to the eigenvalue equation, that is root of S into S plus 1 into H cut, where S is equal to 1 here. Okay, that is a total spin will be 1 here. So we get a S square is equal to 2H cut square. So our equation, this 13 will become what? Se dot Sp, that is the expectation value, will give you the eigenvalue, isn't it? So which is equal to expectation value of Se dot Sp will be 1 by 2 into what? S square and expectation value is 2H cut square. So minus, we are substituting, so we get H cut square divided by 4. Also what happened? Two spins combine to form spin 0, that is the singlet state. So what happened? S square is equal to 0 again, that is substitute for S into S plus 1 into H cut. So substitute S is equal to 0, you will get S square is equal to 0. So again expectation value of Se dot Sp will be minus 3 by 4 H cut square. Okay, so we get the expectation as 1 by 4 H cut for triplet state and minus 3 by 4 H cut square for singlet state. Okay, now then what will be our correction? Energy correction will be this mu 0 Gp E square divided by 3 pi into Mp into Me into A cube into this. So we get two energy corrections, isn't it? That is, we are substituting for mu 0 and alpha here. We got the correction, that is energy correction is equal to what? 4 Gp into h raised to 4 divided by 3 into Mp into Me square divided by C square into A raised to 4. So plus 1 by 4 for triplet. Okay, minus 3 by 4 for singlet. That is our energy is shifted, isn't it? Degeneracy is shifted. That is, the triplet is going to the up, and the singlet is going to down. Okay, triplet to the up and the singlet to the down. So it is lifted, isn't it? So this causes the what? Hyperfine structure in hydrogen, the spin-spin interaction. Okay, degeneracy in it lifted. Okay, so this energy gap is called the delta E. So we want to find then what will be delta E? The energy gap is what? This minus this, this minus this will be the energy gap. So that is that we will get delta E is equal to 4 into Gp into H cross square divided by this value. So which is equal to this calculated as 5.88 into 10 raised to minus 6 electron volt. That is compared to 10 electron volt. That is the energy difference between the ground state and the first excited state is 10 electron volt. So compared to that, this energy is very small. Okay, but this is responsible for the hyperfine structure. Okay, so the frequency, so we got delta E. So what will be the frequency? That is, if the transition occurs from the triplet state to the singlet state, what happened? An energy or a photon is emitted with some frequency. Okay, so that frequency, the corresponding frequency is what? Nu is equal to delta E by H, which is equal to 1420 megahertz. Okay, and so the corresponding wavelength will be what? It is lambda is equal to C by nu, which is 21 centimeter. So which is fall in the microwave region. This is called the 21 centimeter line. So the spin-spin interaction of hydrogen causes the hyperfine structure. Okay, that is the degenerate energy level is shifted to triplet and singlet. Okay, and the transition, if occurs a transition from triplet to singlet, what happened? A microwave radiation gives. Okay, and the corresponding wavelength is 21 centimeter line, and this line is the most pervasive and ubiquitous form of radiation in the universe, because we can found out if we tune radio telescope for 21 centimeter, we can found out the concentration of hydrogen in the galaxy and how it is moving with the help of Doppler effect, and this is the physical significance of this problem. Okay.